Welcome to Lesson 10.4, Rules, Tables, and Graphs, Part 1. Here is the important vocabulary for today. Rate, the relationship between two quantities. Formula, a solution that can be expressed by a rule. Variable, letters or symbols used in a formula to describe relationships. Line graph, a graph in which data points are connected by line segments. As I said on the last slide, a rate describes the relationship between two quantities. The two quantities that make up a rate have different units. For example, miles and hours, dollars and pounds, days and months. In this case, this chart shows us time and distance. Those are two different units. A rate tells how many of one type of thing there are for a certain number of another type of thing. On this chart, we are going to be comparing time in minutes and distance in miles. You can see that time is represented with a lowercase t, right here, and distance is represented as 8 times t. That means that for every 1 minute, a person can travel 8 miles. The first two lines of the chart are done for us. In 1 minute, a person travels 8 miles, but in 2 minutes, a person travels 16 miles. How many miles can they travel in 3 minutes? 3 times 8 is 24, so 24 is our answer. Here you can see the completed chart. All I did was multiply 8 times whatever number was in this column. 3 times 8 is 24, 4 times 8 is 32, 5 times 8 is 40, 6 times 8 is 48, 7 times 8 is 56, 8 times 8 is 64, 9 times 8 is 72, and 10 times 8 is 80. Next, we need to create a line graph to show the rate of travel. Here is the beginning of a line graph that represents this data. You can see that the bottom axis is labeled with time and the y-axis is labeled with distance. After 1 minute, the person traveled 8 miles. After 2 minutes, the person traveled 16 miles. If we continued this graph, what would it look like? Here is the next point on the graph. After 3 minutes, the person traveled 24 miles. I am going to complete the rest of the graph to show you what it looks like. Here are all of the rest of my points on the graph. When I connect them in the order that I plotted them in, I get a fairly straight line that looks like this. As you can see, at 8 miles per minute, a person can travel 80 miles in 10 minutes, because 10 times 8 is 80. Here is your practice problem of the day. First, complete the chart and graph on the back of your blue sheet. Then answer this question on your paper. If red peppers cost $2.50 per pound, how much would 8 pounds of red peppers cost? Please show all of your work in the practice problem box on your blue worksheet. Don't forget to bring it to class tomorrow to use while you are working on your assignment. Hint: looking at your graph may help you solve this problem.